Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat. Welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It's good to be back with y'all today, and I hope everyone's having a good day. And congratulations to you, Mel, claiming first. You were waiting, you were ready to pounce because you are un tigre. And you got it, as your emote says, first try. But it's good to be back with y'all today. I realized I made a mistake yesterday. I forgot to welcome someone who hit follow. Strange Gamer X, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. You got the kill. You did get the kill. Also, I think I achieved what is going to be the peak of my millennialness today. I got some new stickers for my emotional support water bottle, and one of them has Mudang. St. Augustine with Hippo. I also got the skull. We celebrate the death of death. I got a couple other stickers. This, by the way, this is Art of Marza, Marza. I am not sponsored, not affiliated. I'm just a fan of her work. Hey, Casey, good to see you. I also got this nice one of John Chrysostom. It says, "Bless my haters" on his book. I also got Saint Pantaleimon, the Holy Unmercenary, and the scroll. If you can't read it, it says, "Your health insurance claim has been denied." So, you know, I like it. But anyway, we're going to dive back into Season, Letter to the Future. Last week we started this game. We left our village and we got to a place called Tiang Valley. There's a group called the Grey Hands who are clearing it out because supposedly the dam is getting ready to break, and so they want to, save people's lives, get them out of there. There is some question as to the validity of what they're doing and the realness of it, whether they're just using this as a political move. There are those who are upset. We don't know the full truth. We just have context clues thus far. And so we're going to see how that goes. Not sure. You just Googled, and holy moly. Yeah, she's great. The audio is working. Okay, there we go. Everything's been behaving a little strangely today. Like, my camera just randomly cut out entirely. But yeah, so we made it to this valley. I actually had to move where we were because I needed a photo for the YouTube thumbnail. But we've come down this hill. We saw this sculpture. And we came down here, and this was kind of like the Grey Hand evacuation thing. Hey, Squirrel, thank you for the 16-month resub. Gonna lurk. Wanted to show this. Hey, thank you very much. Hope you have a good day. Hey, happy Cynic. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we kind of explored this area, and we learned a bit about the evacuation process and what's going on, and this is where we came across the sign that was painted over saying this is lies. So hello? You hear distant music. Hello? Distant sound of someone running towards the phone. Knocking things over. They pick up the phone.
Oh, thank God someone is still down there. I've been trying to get a hold of someone for hours. Ah, thank you. I forgot the Day Zero materials. You know, the visual literature, the warm bath of ideas? I left it at the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Oh, wait! Hold on. I forgot to do the secret password. I don't even know who you are. Is it too late now, you think?
It's a little late, but, you know, give me the password.
Okay. What day is the day after tomorrow?
Day 0, I'm guessing.
Phew, okay. I did figure you'd be... Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Hard to keep track of all the new recruits. What else was I gonna say? There was vandalism on a few of the posters. Bad stuff. I put them in the trash. Keep an eye out for more. Anyways, thanks for answering. The Day Zero material is in the dig site, pretty sure. It should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it. You know, I guess I was going to say you could bring it to me, but the flood will destroy it anyway. So actually, I was worried for nothing. Everything is lost in a flood. God, we really know what we're doing. I'm excited for this all to be over. I'm excited for this all to begin. Bye-bye now.
Hey, alt mode. Welcome in. Oh, what word did you learn, Happy Cynic? What word did I teach you? Defenestrate? Refenestrate? Those are both fun words. Unmercenary. Ah, that is a good one too. And one we should all strive for. Cow, 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 cow.
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
This cow's name is Miracle. I don't know Saint Marina, but I think I want her tagline on this website. Never understand. I have not read that, but I can tell you, never underestimate a godly woman with a hammer. Yeah. According to legend, Saint Marina chased the literal devil out of her town with a hammer. Saint Marina is awesome. The cow won best moo? That's amazing. 750, that's kind of an old trophy, actually. International Competitive Cow Festival. Look at that happy cow. She's got flowers in her hair.
Cows from all over the world came here to compete in cow stuff? The Golden Season seems like such a different world. Some detailed embroidery from the Cow Festival. It'd be nice to learn more about this.
Yeah, typically in the West, Saint Marina, we refer to her by a different name. It's another M name.
And you are Mata.
Best moo. I can't. I think that should be a real competition. Ooh, graffiti. This child is praying either to be ordained
The artist has depicted the Greyhands as a child.
or to be praised.
They don't have faith in their capabilities, but see them as innocent? It is a symbol, but a word without a sound.
We're being evacuated. They're moving us into an apartment building in Radiant City. There's no room for animals. Breaks my heart, but I have to leave all of you here. I've got the radio turned to your favorite station. You've done all right by me. Oh.
These people had to leave so much behind.
Wow, we got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Greyhands
That's it,
have
Margaret.
died.
I knew it was another M name.
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Greyhand to suggest a name.
True? True?
The number to call is 0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Laying some bricks. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Greyhand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Greyhand HQ.
And we're gonna take a little break.
If the Greyhands are changing their name, you'd know them as something else.
No, I haven't had a chance to watch Father Don Calloway's conversion story, but he worked for the Yakuza. That's got to be one heck of a story. Happy cows. Looks like I can't go in there.
The sound of this bell has a lot of character.
This game should not give me so many annoying noisemakers. I want to take a picture of this tractor, and then we'll check out this cow here.
This machine looks powerful. It must have done the work of many people.
Annoying noisemakers. Is this a goose game? Good to see you, Gale.
And your name is Toupette. I wonder who named you that.
You can pet the cow. It's a good game. Cows are basically like giant dogs.
It gives me a headache trying to imagine what a machine like this was used for. I have no idea.
And we have the cow farm, or cow house, farmhouse, brain, words. Eye cream. Harvested from cold cows, we call it ice cream. Everyone seems to like it. I don't
I've
think
never
that's how you...
drank cow's milk, let alone some kind of frozen version.
I don't think that's how you sell something. Just like, I guess people like it.
You are a cow and you are named Kresnahorkai.
Okay, your name is less cute than the others, but... What all do I have here? Those are all quotes. Got to give Bessie a nice big spot here.
Compared to my village, they lived in the open here. They lived on the land itself. I hope in the future, at least some people are still living like that.
Actually, what other... Oh, I can assemble something for the assembly point. Snacks.
The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
Hi, Cream.
The faded optimism of a sweet treat makes me feel sad.
Well,
Golden Season must have been full of such little pleasures.
that's a downer of a way to look at it. Okay, so we're at the X. There's a gas station and parking. There's a lot here. It looks like maybe the best thing to do is to cross the bridge, explore the area over there, and then to the left, go back to the right, circle back to the gas station area. Please retrieve my bicycle magically. Oh, check out that gnarled old tree.
Looks like there's no one around anymore to enforce this.
Dig site.
For every working truck or bicycle, there is always a pile of broken ones, rated to scrape together just enough parts to get one working.
Whoa, that's trippy. Are you or someone you know suffer from daytime visions? Contact us. 1122.
I wish Pate could call this hotline to talk about his heavy dream.
Okay, so 1122 and 0019 are numbers we want to call when we find a telephone. And Echo Spy.
There are a lot of these signs. They must really want to keep people out of this area.
I'm doing well. Yourself? Exit only. Okay. Pretty good. One class done for today and one more tonight. All right. First day's always syllabus day, in my experience. Yeah, I'll squeeze through. Oh, wait, there was a book back there.
I found a dig site that is fenced off from view. What were they doing here? A greyhound said he left his materials behind. It should be somewhere around here.
I'll go back through. Easy this week. Yeah, and then it'll pick up. Oh, I thought maybe I could read the book that's sitting there, but apparently not. However, there's also, map-wise, where we are, there's something up here. Oh, that's beautiful. The moss-covered ruins. Ooh. Danger. Memory flowers have taken over this field. Ah! Interesting.
The info sign earlier said they are dangerous in large numbers. I have a pendant though.
Oh, that pendant is activated.
In Cairo, we have a statue to remember Dr. Fumio. But this statue is meant to be worshipped.
No, I wanted to get a better picture of it. I have a short break before I'm giving trading house things. They're good. We just wandered into a field full of weird flowers that retain memory and this thing. Yeah, we'll see if we can decode this. It doesn't look like we can, because last time we tried recording a memory flower, it instantly started playing. This seems like a bad idea. He says going in deeper. I'd like to read my favorite book again without knowing what happens. I know it's tedious, but you could remove the memories of it. I give an offering of supreme loveliness. My memories of the war, I don't need them anymore. I don't. They're yours. Hey, that symbol on the left is the one we saw on the door. What I saw by the light of the moon, that pattern in the water, I won't forget it. I think I'm gonna take Forget the War with me.
These slips are prayers to this god for forgetting things.
A god of undoing memories. Purple crystal.
There's something beautiful about the way the minerals catch the light.
That is a well-framed shot.
People prayed here. Who did they pray to?
Okay, so that seems... Well, there's something. What's this monolith over here? And this baby monolith with it. Okay, it looks like I can't get through there. Well, this deity statue is very felinid. Like, it's got cat legs and a tail and... I don't think we're going to get very many answers, if I'm honest. I think this is the kind of game that enjoys the vagary of it all. It's a house cat. It knocks your memories off the shelf. Okay, so West Forest Path. Let's fill out some of it. There's a cat with a house for a head. It really is. With incessant chatter. Yeah. Wrong button.
This is a season when memories echo on and on and on and on. Will the echoes fade away, or will they be cut off abruptly?
Didn't I have a ribbon for my journal? Was I supposed to put that in there? That's the dig site. More dig site. Serene Pond area. We can fill this in really quickly. What is this game? This game is called Season, a Letter to the Future. In a very bizarre way, we've come to know that the apocalypse is happening, and we can't change that. So what we're going to do is collect a... Keep pressing the wrong button. We're going to collect a journal and hope that it makes it to the future, which it does, actually. We actually do find out. How far am I? This is my second time playing it, so only a couple hours, but it's not a terribly long game, I think. But we made it to this valley, and there's a dam that's going to be blown up.
A green space. I feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
But, yeah, so we took off on this journey. Our pendant was made by our mother with our memories to protect us. So, yeah, we're going around taking pictures, talking to people, recording things. Monkey.
I'm sure these critters will escape the valley before the flood.
But yeah, there's this dam. Actually, I wanted to zoom that in more. I keep messing up RT and RB. Yeah, there's a flood that's going to happen because the dam is going to be blown up so that it doesn't catch people off guard when it happens. Like, it's a planned destruction. But it is breaking apart, and they're worried about it. And so this organization called the Grey Hands has been clearing out the valley, but there's some question as to whether or not they have good intentions and good motives. It's unclear. The monkey didn't have pupils, or he had just very big ones or very dark irises. Or it's just that the game is very stylized. So let's check out the dig site now. Maybe this will illuminate things somewhat. The local guy who died studying Harpic, I put his notebook back where we took it in the huge tree near the lady's farm. We copied everything out of it. I hope that stops the kid from trying to sneak in to retrieve it. P.S. Could someone fix that hole in the fence?
There's a big tree with a researcher's notebook inside it somewhere.
Gee, I wonder if it's that big tree we saw. Site safety. You are entering a quiet zone. Danger. Psychoactive mineral present. Handle with care. Do not speak or sing or whistle near the mineral.
This is
what?
the kind of brain trouble my mom warned me about.
Hey, Chizo. The apartments are now open. The renovations and cleaning of the apartment complex is finished. If you haven't yet made a dwelling request, now is the time. Grey Hand Dental Care Workshop. Work concludes in Tiang Valley. Day 0 approaches. Please submit ideas for our new name. We need new names. Don't be shy. The kerning on that's really weird. No bad ideas. Names, names, names.
The work at the dig site has something to do with Day 0.
Whistle like that, you say? My family had a bird that could whistle like that for a long time, so he'd just, be doing nothing all of a sudden. Today we packed up our last... Oh, I can't read that handwriting. We packed up our last crate. We were really sweaty and exhausted, and Jono said, the real work begins after Day 0. Ha ha.
They look relieved to have finished their work.
Okay, it looks like I can just cycle between a couple musical stations. I'm guessing that's where you could have also heard the conversation of the Grey Hands with the phone number. Had we not done that earlier. Okay, we're looking for a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Estimate 10 years old. It accumulates the most on objects in the soil with a strong sentimental value. Childhood toys, wedding rings, photographs, journals. Because of ambient memory?
Memories and emotions condensed into a mineral.
So that's probably how the flowers do it as well, then.
I
'Cause
wonder what this
a
channel
person is going to have a lot of memory. Perfect. Date, contents, truck number. Research files, generator, Harpic. So what is Harpic the mineral?
They must have already shipped out all the Harpic they need.
Must be. Aha. Day 0 materials.
I wonder what's on this reel. What is Day 0?
Well, we
Maybe
could
I
probably
can
figure
find
that
out
out
more about
by going back to the one place that we saw where there was a projector. Big prayer. Day 0, 50 kilometers in radius, 209 kilograms in amount. Are they trying to create something?
They dug up all that Harpic in order to conduct some sort of prayer on Day 0.
So they're trying to clear this area out.
I've recreated the same setup as the prayer statues, right here in my workshop. I set up a singing bowl so I can verify the pattern that will form in the water. And some Harpic, of course. Each god seems to correspond to a resonating frequency. And when this vibration acts on the Harpic, we get the psychoactive response. Going to give it a try here.
I remember watching my dad make shadow puppets on the wall. felt strange because I could see how it was done.
That's
I
actual
could see
video.
the trick of it, but it still felt kind of magical.
That was a really cool use of actual video.
It worked. I do feel the more I do this, the more tired, and it feels like it takes me longer to return to the present. But now I have some control. I face the question of how this mineral affects the soil. I still have a lot of work to do. That's all for today.
So you have a god of
A mineral that
forgetting,
can affect the mind.
and you have these crystals of memory. And we saw that they were particularly emergent around the statue, so we could see a connection, basically of like how the human experience of something they couldn't explain gets deified. That's actually not an unreasonable pattern.
The memories of the owner now turned into a beautiful mineral.
No. That goes there. Definitely goes there. That's his whole memory shtick. No? Yeah? Oh, there we go. I was just pressing the wrong button.
The Greyhands present one side to the public, and another is hidden behind metal fences. There is no one to oppose them. There is only my record of what they did here. The Greyhands are the future in all its uncertainty, the good and the bad, the hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming.
Calling it now, the Grey Hens triggered the event. They might have. Okay, but these talismans make a lot more sense now. So this left one is tied to the memory, or each of these is tied to one of the different gods in their area, and these are the symbols that appear in the water that resonate with the crystals. And we do have a really interesting account with one of the Grey Hands, or with that graffiti we found that paints the Grey Hands in
The
this
elder warned me about
childish way.
valleys.
Not
She said they were
childish
dangerous.
representation, but they are childish.
I feel a dulcet tension in the air.
It's interesting.
I enter to see the moment
See how this
between
unfolds.
seasons.
Is this commentary on the Yangtze River damming? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. fruit sticker.
What we do to the land
Hey, how you
eventually
doing, Cannon
makes its
Swift?
way into our blood and our brains. This can define a season.
Just getting ready to turn in for the night and saw him streaming. Here I am. That tells me, time-wise, that you were probably continuing your studies. I hope those are going well for you. They are almost done. Hey, that's awesome. Congrats. Exam week, etc., etc. Oh, wow. So you're wrapping up soon. One semester and then back home. There you go. You can do it. Undergrad or grad? Grad. Doctorate, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's officially post-grad. Oh, okay.
I feel the slow chaos of life in its
Licentiate, yep.
branches. A tree dies on the same spot it was born.
Man, the Roman system of degrees is fascinating. I did not realize licentiate qualified as postgrad. Yeah, because licentiate, like, in American standards is like halfway between a master's and a doctorate. It's hard to qualify. Goats.
Dear future person, are there goats where you are?
Well, I'll be in your neck of the woods probably after you're gone in late May.
This is the ancestor of the big windmills I saw
See him out of
right
work of a
here.
PhD. Yeah. You'll still be here? Oh, okay. I can't guarantee that we'd be able to meet up a ton because I'll be traveling with my mom. We're going on a cruise out of Civitavecchia. So we figured, why not go into Rome a few days early and, you know, do some sightseeing and pilgrim stuff. Good. Yeah, I'll have to let you know. Still kind of formulating the plans, but I will be arriving early on the 19th of May. Harpic is like a musical instrument. Play a note on it and create a reverberation. The frequency of sounds impacts the frequency of our brainwaves. Opinion, we should learn from his mistakes. That's written in a very different hand.
The Grey Hands have a lot of this stuff now, for better or for worse.
But if I did it from this angle, then I will not care about glasses. That's valid. That's a
A
mood.
piece of car severed dangling. As a warning to others?
Tumatoria. Looks like it's made from a walnut.
The bird stole a small trinket. I left the bird its prize, but maybe I can learn more about the locket.
May the buried memories and emotions of the valley heal this tree.
The tree looks healthy. The ritual must have worked.
I think actually nice and scent on this. I'm not an expert photographer, but, you know, I like to try. Wrong button. Let's make the ancient tree nice and big. Oh, I should have done an audio recording of the waterfall. You've been getting back into Orirondo. You've been having extra time on your hands. Orirondo. That sounds familiar, but my brain can't place it.
This valley is so different than my village, but both places have an enormous tree watching over them. Tree will pass
Ori
in the
randomizer.
flood.
Ori Rando.
What will be the end of the tree in Cairo?
That's awesome. What kind of times have you been getting? No, you said you missed being part of the league, but you know, I know leagues pop up again and again.
Some kind of grinder? Is it for music or farming or both?
Just a day or two late. Ah. Next season. This is your practice season. A long way back? We met each other in 2019, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 4 to 6 years, somewhere in that range.
You said we had until midnight. I'm not ready to leave. Look at all this.
Pre-COVID is always a long way
Wait a
back.
minute.
Yeah.
A cute outfit, a bicycle. You're not a Greyhand. What a relief. I'm sorry. I just assumed because who else would be... What are you doing here?
Trying to glimpse the true state of all things, recording and studying the valley. I'm gonna say recording and studying the valley.
You're really cutting it close.
COVID leads 2 years, yeah.
I guess I'm doing research here on the lawn. I'm studying my own life. Welcome to Tiang Valley. You should have been here a week ago when the evacuation started. Almost everyone is gone now.
Where are they going?
You noticed, I hope, that the valley is going to be flooded. The Greyhands are taking us to live in the Radiant City. Look,
Start your new life in the Radiant City. Oh, she's on floor 8, unit 809, habitable space 72 square meters, and a balcony of 8.5 meters. Every Radiant City apartment comes furnished with an array of devices, quilts, toys, musical instruments, and much more. I hope I get the bagpipes so I can know my neighbors. But most importantly, they come furnished with a loving community around them.
see how they put the dimensions on the back? I recreated our future apartment here, on the lawn. This is the space we have to work with, to live in.
That's actually very creative.
I'm trying to really imagine what it'll be like.
It does kind of look like Russian Cold War propaganda.
We're going from a big farm to one room, and we need to be packed by tonight. I already packed for myself and my son, but my husband Yuri is a little harder to pack for because he passed away recently. And I can't bring all his things. It's not realistic. His stuff is still, it's all here. It's okay. You said you're here to study the valley? My Yuri was doing the same thing. We can do this. Just need to decide. Yuri learned to paint from our neighbor, Matiora. He painted all 3 of these.
Wait, Matiora was the name in the locket.
This is a self-portrait he did. Kind of intense, right? He was more handsome than that. I wish he could have seen himself the way I saw him, you know? He was really lovely. Just occasional dark moods from his work. This is his portrait of me. We got into a fight over it. What's that supposed to mean? You just splatter some paint on the canvas and put my name on it? He said it was my essence. I don't know. Do you think it looks like me?
Oh, no. 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 You cannot just throw that on a stranger. I don't know you well enough.
He painted this for Kochi. Some kind of private joke between the 2 of them. I don't get it. They were both interested in the war and how it ended. I'm not. I just pray nothing like that will ever happen again. Which painting should I take with me?
Oh, gosh. Okay, so there's an in-joke with her son. A portrait of her that she doesn't particularly like. I think the self-portrait's the one I would say to take.
Yes, you're right. Himself from his own eyes. Something I could never see without this painting.
Oh, hey, hi. We've been... Oh, thank you. I made the subscriber badge.
Our old cart broke. I overloaded it. So I had to use the wheels of his bicycle. Now he's so mad he won't say a word.
I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. It's basically a construction of shapes in Canva, which was harder than I thought it was going to be. I've actually made a lot of the emotes as well. Some of them are
I've packed my essential clothes.
made by artists. Some of them are pulls from games, but I'd say 2/3 of them I make.
I don't know what to do with these.
Yeah, the first tier looks like a mushroom, which fits the running joke of how much I hate mushrooms.
This was Yuri's best suit. Maybe when Kochi grows up, it'll fit him. That's a long time away, though. My island dress. I made this for our trip to the islands, the trip we never took. It was based on a photo of a seaside Azan dance. The hours I spent on this. These are some of Yuri's clothes from when he was a kid. I thought Kochi could wear them, but he says they're itchy. So what's the use? But to throw them away, he was a little boy. He would put these clothes and go to school. He grew up. Oh, God, this hurts a little. Okay.
Ooh. I think. Okay, well, the kid's clothing is out because it's, he won't wear it, so whatever. That's a lawsuit. The fancy suit could be good if he grows into it, but I think I'm going to tell her to take the island dress, take something for herself, something that has an imminent practical value. Clothes aren't memories. No, but physical objects tie us to memories, and we all process memories differently, so, it can have meaning. I've seen people who care deeply for something that looks, largely useless or inanimate or whatever, and yet it has an incredibly important meaning to them. There is a power in memory. So she has something to remember her husband. She has the painting already. She has his self-portrait.
Yes. Let's bring it. It reminds me of our dreams together. Things we wanted to do. All right. This is going well. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Or someone. The demon of shame and mourning. How could I have forgotten?
You can... Time out. You cannot just casually be like, I forgot the demon of shame and mourning.
Now, where did I put him?
Like, that is a loaded sentence. With a lot of cultural meaning behind it that I have no context
and
for.
You're in mourning. You're supposed to keep the demon in sight at all times. He's supposed to remind you of your regrets. It's a religious thing.
Just keep a demon around. It kind of feels like it's the sense of like demon that like would be translated as from Oni, from its artistic design. So it feels like a bit of a misuse of a word.
These are Yuri's
It feels
books.
more complicated
They're
than
pretty heavy.
what it might seem. Yeah, I mean, I'm not advocating for these religious beliefs by any means. But I'm just trying to approach them sort of as objectively as possible to try and understand. All right, Beer Fox, you take care. The Prism of Yesterday.
This is an old religious book, The Prism of Yesterday. He didn't like to talk about his faith. I haven't read it much. Maybe there's a part of him in these pages. A part I never understood, that I could still glimpse. Maybe he would want me to keep this one. But I don't know. It just doesn't mean much to me. Yuri found this old tourist guide to the valley before we moved here. He was so excited. But this guide is really out of date. It's from way before the war. There's something optimistic about the colors they used.
Learn the Azad language.
Yuri really wanted to take a trip to the archipelago together. We prepared for it a lot. Even taught ourselves a bit of the language from this book. But we never made the trip. It was always going to be soon, but it never happened. Seems like the kind of thing no one does anymore. Since we packed the Azan dress I made, should we take this too? Or maybe that's enough Azan stuff. Which should I take with me?
I'm going to go with the brochure, the tourist guide here.
We have a special feeling for the season just before us, the one our parents grew up in. It's like it was right there, but we missed it. We know there were horrors, but somehow everyone seems innocent. I suppose I'll be leaving the other two behind. I know they're heavy, but would you want to take one with you?
Yeah, I'll take the religious texts. I think that'd
Maybe
be.
it can teach you something, if you can get through it.
It might be interesting to study to know the nature of this valley better.
Let's see how this is going so far. We'll remember Yuri's excitement coming to the valley. The dress I made for a trip never taken. I'll
good to
remember how
study.
Yuri saw himself.
Different perspectives and views.
I think we're almost there. Let's just look a little
in
more.
religion. You know, it's good to understand where others are and how they get there, etc. And you know, don't reading it doesn't mean you have to.
I went through all
believe it,
our old photos.
if that makes sense. You know, so I can take that book as sort of an objective source and say, okay, what does it say about that statue we found?
Trying to see what I might be forgetting. I love that view. Have you been up there? By the entrance to the shrine?
Not yet.
You really should go see it when it opens.
Was this game? This game is called Season: A Letter to the Future.
It's just across the river and up the hill. The doors to the shrine open when the sun goes down. The monk is still in there. I hope he'll evacuate. That's Matiora. She lives east of here, out in the woods by the river.
Oh, that's Matiora.
She said she'll evacuate, but she's still here. It makes me nervous, but I can't complain. We're still here, too.
Ooh. Let's ask about the father.
That's our Yuri. He worked on the trees, trying to cure them, but he got sick. He's buried up in the cemetery near here. We'll have to leave him behind. No choice on that. The past is such a heavy dream, and I never remember my dreams.
Thanks, Civ 6. Yeah, Civ 6
When I wake up,
may not be the best
there's a cloud of
source
feelings
of
the
quotes.
dream left behind. Then the day begins. I move around, and that trace disappears. I wonder if our memories of the valley will drift away like that.
I tell you to hold on to the present.
Enough of these old photos. We still have work to do. Yuri built these tools to study the valley. They were his life's work, and they took his life away, too. So what do I do with them? You can't buy tools like these. He made them. My husband didn't insult God, but maybe he stepped on his toe, and his life went out of him.
Sorry to hear that.
The truth is, I'm relieved to leave this place. Tiang Valley is not some preserved jar of, I don't know, culture. It's chaos. It's life. It's constantly changing. They might be incredibly valuable to a scientist on the other side of the world.
You hear nothing? You just hear me in the game? I think that's all there is. This game plays a lot with ambient noise.
I don't know. I
Like,
also hate them.
Very quiet.
I get you're a curious soul, but I forbid you from using them. I don't care, but he did. He gave his life trying to understand this world. I can't keep these tools, and I can't throw them away. There's even more of them, bigger ones, out at his work shed. Okay, I'm gonna turn away now. I want you to take them or throw them away. I don't want to know.
I'll take them and I'll try to stick them in my journal because
All right, this is it.
we haven't added Italian. Oh. Well, that solves the demon problem. Not a sentence I was expecting to say today.
I killed him. The demon of shame and mourning. What was I thinking bringing it along? What an awful tradition. Kochi, do you still want to take a final tour of the valley? Let's get those wheels back where they belong.
Bye, Kochi.
I know what I'll carry with me. It's something I couldn't leave behind if I tried. It couldn't be crushed, like the demon. It's too many layers deep. I'll carry the part of me that's gone. That's missing. But there's so much life left that flowers grow along its edges. Something like that.
Flowers grow along its edges. How beautifully said.
I'm glad you came to Tiang Valley today. Thank you for being there for me. I didn't realize how much I needed a stranger's ear. Now, there's no rush, but as you try to wrap your mind around this place, feel free to come ask me questions. I'll be right here until night comes.
Seem to advance time. It's a little darker in the sky. To heal the soil, it has to forget. The music isn't strong enough. What am I missing? How could it be stronger?
He seems to have been obsessed with figuring this out.
Oh, no, we're turning that back off. I didn't know soil could remember? It can in this universe, apparently. What was that? Some sort of weird organ machine designed to help the soil. Aw, look at the little boat.
Imagine this toy boat riding the waves of the flood.
Interesting, it made me get off the bike there. Yeah, that's the sticker we saw on the
I hope I get to taste some Saba fruit.
thingamajig.
If it merits a sticker, must be pretty good.
Dang, what a gorgeous area. Looks like this is their own little...
I wish my thumb was more green than it is.
their own little private garden. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong button. My brain cannot do this in the proper order, apparently. See? Rotata.
The earth gave and
I
gave.
was wondering if anyone was
It
gonna.
did not let up.
Rotata. Also good to see it,
Not
kid.
even at the last minute. We collect the fruit of the land we know is dying. Who could forgive us?
Well, today is the feast of Thomas Aquinas. Great theological saint. Tools are to be returned here. Has anyone seen my little scythe? Tools grow legs and drown in the lake. It's a
I
collection
had
of
an
interesting-
uncle who collected tools that were so old nobody knows what they were used for.
Anyway, Thomas Aquinas. What was I going to say about it? I had something prepared. Oh, brain's not braining right now. Anyway, he's an incredibly important theological figure. His work, the Summa Theologica, became a bedrock of theology for the last 700 years. Something about an ox. No, I wasn't going to talk about that, although his classmates, when he was first sort of at one point in his studies, when they would engage in debates, and he failed his first one, and his classmates referred to him as the dumb ox. His mentor, Albertus Magnus, had other words for them. But he really did go on to show them how intelligent he really is. It's just, maybe that wasn't his space. He is a complex theologian in that it's, find an article in the Summa Theologica and it's dense to read, but there's a lot going on. But he's very sort of consistent and what would be the word? Like taking kind of like step by step, very intentional, very pragmatic. He took things in this way of like very kind of bare bones. Like he was not a poet in much of his theology, although he was also a poet because he wrote he wrote some hymns for Corpus Christi. Systematic, thank you. And that's even the description of his kind of theology, of systematic theology. Like I said, brain's not braining today. But yeah. So I think he presents us both an approach of what theology can and should be, but also not necessarily something that everyone has to do in their life personally. Not everyone has to write a Summa Theologica. But nonetheless, his work has impacted us all, even if we don't realize it, and has helped to shape the church as it is. So we give great thanks for that. And we pray to God that we have a similar influence, that even if people don't realize it, the things we do wind up having an effect and shaping them and helping them to know God.
Do you want to go on a sightseeing tour?
Sure.
The next tour leaves in, well, now basic. Saying goodbye is like when you empty your pockets before going to bed. You get
What?
to see what you picked up. The things I picked up need somewhere to sleep. Follow me.
Yeah, you cannot do theology today without knowing him, for sure.
This is my tree. Since we can't bring it to the city, I don't care what we bring. I love the tree, and Dad cured it. That's what he did. All this purple stuff in the valley that makes you feel funny. See? This used to be purple. And dangerous. Dad made the dangerous part go away. He wanted to make it so all the purple rocks were safe and green. I know there are plants underwater. Can a tree become an underwater tree? This one can't die. It's been through too much. Let's go.
Oh, the optimism of youth.
Let's go.
Lead on, McDuff. Okay, I'll have to come back and check that out sometime. You know, for a tour, you're skipping a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, that's pretty.
We had a picnic here a long time ago. I can't remember it, but I've seen an old picture. Can you take a new picture? And I'll sit like Dad does in the old one I saw.
Nope.
He is a great kid.
Mom disappeared one time. Took me a while to find her. She was sitting right here, and she was sad. I got one of her tears on my finger, like a little bug, and I flicked it into the water. And I said, flow, 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 until it didn't sound like a word anymore. It made her feel better. Now I say it. I say it when everything is moving, but we don't want to move. Come on. Let's go.
Where are you leading me to next? Of course, the gas station. No, the cemetery. We'll skip that.
His name is Frenay. I asked him how he ended up sleeping here. Frenay said they were in the valley because they were so hungry. And then there was light everywhere. And they fell asleep forever. They should be old men now. But they couldn't get older if they tried. One time, I saw the monk out here cleaning them. It was so funny. He looked like he hated doing it. I'm not supposed to touch the soldiers, but I let Frenay borrow my pig. I need it back now. Let's go.
Okay. So the war, we know the war just ended at one point, and it was described as just like peace
I wonder
overcame
what
the
they
world.
dream about.
I'm
All my
beginning to
life
wonder
I've
if
heard solemn references to the war.
that is
It never
part
reached
of it.
our village, but it touched the lives of our grandparents. What happened here in the valley, and how did it end? This must be Kochi's drawing.
Oh, we're getting memories. Yeah, the plot just thickened very unexpectedly. Someday we'll live in a world united by your courage. Well, I
Their
can't
friends and
take
family
that.
know what happened to them?
Yeah, it's very ominous and very surreal. We've been retreating for months. Now we're stealing food from these poor people. I cannot imagine this continuing, but I cannot imagine how it will end either.
I don't know what it's like to be that hungry.
Because if we go back... Where's the... past seasons. It's currently about 8:10, 8:20, something like that in the year. So the war has been over for 40 or 50 years. And these soldiers are just chilling here, not aging. Tiang Valley, you'll never sleep so soundly, you'll never remember so fondly, you'll never forget so gently.
That last line is kind of disconcerting.
Are they alive? They seem to be. I mean... It's hard to tell, but I mean, they... I think the implication is that they're still alive. In the cutscene, the one was breathing. Prismatic troops pushed into Tian. When the Far Wastes refused to join the Prismatic system, no one imagined the scale of the ensuing conflict. Now that the Prismatic's long retreat has now even reached Tian, a neutral area, the war will continue until...
The people here weren't ready for a war.
The lost. We pray for those lost in the turmoil of the war, those who never came home, who may be living or may be dead, or may be trapped somewhere in between. The dead, we pray for the dead, for those wilted by the acts of man. The maimed, we pray for the maimed, for the long echo of pain to cease. You thought your computer's acting up? Yeah, nope.
I'm
I mean,
looking
they
at a memorial to the
are
lost,
kind of like
the
unrotted
killed,
corpses.
and the maimed. We are so lucky the war never came to Cairo village.
Evacuation notice. Flood. Assembly point. Register for evacuation. Designated assembly point with gray hand agent. This area has been issued an evacuation notice. All residents in the flood zone must evacuate.
All this will be washed away. What did Ga sit on?
That's actually fair. If you have no context of gas station. as Kara was fairly isolated. Officially completely out of gas forever. The year 772.
This machine fueled countless tourists motoring into the valley. Supply lines must have been cut off when the war started.
Ooh, memory flowers.
Everyone's here. She's really going to do it. How can she be sure?
The shrine is protected.
How does she know?
Sonia knows.
How can she be sure? She can't know for sure. This has never happened before, has it? I don't want this. We need to leave. Let's just run.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Oh, God.
We're going to be okay. It won't be over soon.
Who is Sonia? What did she do to protect the people of the valley?
We did not begin this war. We did not seek to profit from this war. But we ended it with a prayer for the silence of peace, for sleep.
They believe a prayer put the soldiers to sleep. Is that possible?
Well, it's interesting that it's sort of like a prayer shrine in a vending machine. I don't know. This world is weird. I'm afraid to accept that strange things happen in this world.
Everyone's here. Everyone's here.
Nope.
She's really going to do it.
Please stop glitching.
How can she be
Bathtub Mary Shrine is a similar concept. That's fair. Although I feel like this one's almost more a shrine out of, well, this is an alcove we found.
The memory of war lingers, but the Grey Hands are guiding people somewhere else?
Because I have a feeling when the war ended, this is not where this originally was. Could be wrong.
The war was its own season, but the trauma of it echoed on into this season, haunting it.
Just gonna make that itty bitty. Ah! Hard to tell if the stone tablet in the shrine is broken. Could show it been moved to the vending machine from somewhere else. That's a good point.
We build our lives out of what we leave behind as much as from what we carry with us.
Okay, this one... Oh, I thought I had gotten that one. I have to go back there to get more. What is day 0 and the parking lot? Okay.
The scale of the old world grew beyond human proportion, maybe beyond human feeling. The parking lot will never die.
That's late stage capitalism for you. The parking lot will never die. Pineapple on pizza? Well, there you go.
Let's go.
Okay, Paradise, put up a parking lot. Big.
The figure of this statue feels like it came to someone in a dream. That's just a guess from me.
You're gonna make yourself some dinner. All right, you take care, Neko Spy. Have a good evening. I once knew all the words to Manchez's music, and I find them slipping away. My voice goes so quiet when all the others shout with joy. Please let me find those lyrics, restore them to my tongue. Will those who like pineapple on pizza go to heaven? You know, fortunately, I'm not God, so I don't make that decision. I also feel like that was probably not going to quite keep people from eternal life. I want to remember everything. I want to remember my whole life before it's too late. I want to write it down, please. I've forgotten the name of childhood friend who taught me how to lace my shoes. Other names like that are such tokens, such spells. I would love to speak it again aloud, if only I could remember. I got the names one.
Those slips are prayers to this god for...
Yeah, this deity seems to be
memories?
a... Help me remember. The other one was a forgetting. Oh, look, there's those crystals again.
Purple minerals are built into this statue, too.
Pineapple on pizza is quite all right, actually. You be careful about saying that where you live, because that could get you deported.
People prayed here. Who did they pray to?
I'm actually fine with it. Let's make jokes. They can fight me. It's not an opinion I would go voicing too much in Italy. They're already afraid of the American in class. Oh no! So there's another smaller tablet, it looks like, that I'm supposed to take a picture of in this area, as well as using this singing bowl, which I don't seem to know how to do. Man, Italian streamer, you said you'd be having pineapple on pizza all week long. Oh no! Window broke up and shows violence. Camera, please. like a platform on its back.
I wonder if this god is supposed to be missing part of their face.
I wanted to see the water come up from here, to see it crash.
There we go. I was wondering when the onomatopoeia was going to happen.
I thought the flood would clean everything. But Mom said a flood is dirty. That makes no sense. I asked if we could stay and watch, but Mom said we need to get a ride to the city. That's our house. You're good. Come on.
Ah, okay, camera. Calm down, camera.
Let's go.
I feel like Kochi's store here is leading me to all these areas to inspect later without actually having me be there. It's like, going past the shrine. Bye. Like this Shrine of Remembering. He was just like, no, we're not talking about that. This kid's not a very good tour guide. Wait, I have a thought. No, that's not going to work. I was thinking maybe I could, if I do an audio recording, it will activate the singing bowl. I was wrong. Remnant of a highway there. Back in the cemetery. Yuri, 782 to 819, our beloved. His mind left his body and became one with everything else.
Jerry's tombstone. He'll stay behind in the valley.
And of course, Windows 11 install. Oh no!
Mom wasn't there when he passed away. I was there. Dad had his eyes closed, but he was making a face, like he could see something. So I asked him what he was looking at. He said he was looking at me, and I was all grown up. He saw me climbing up a hill in the sun. Then he said his memories were falling to the soil, and he had to go with them. He didn't want to go, but he had to. He squeezed my hand, and it hurt, but I didn't mind. Can we wait here a while, just to see if something will happen?
I met a boy who lost his father just like I did. It's something I don't talk about much, but I did to him. I've been recording everything for you, but this feels private. I'm not sure if I want to share this with the future.
We're gonna keep it private. People deserve their boundaries.
You're still here. The tour's over. That's your prize, okay? I have to go home now. I'll see you someday later today.
Flow, flow, flow. Kid has good handwriting.
Unlit candles being drowned in a flood. A loss of potential light. Potential prayers.
What's this game about? Life, I guess? So the premise is that the world is ending and we're going around collecting memories of the world to preserve it.
The text is barely legible. 3 aphorisms from the young. 1. Time moves us when we move not. There is no time. It looks like a set of aphorisms. Now to find the rest.
You mean recording this kit? That
Music
might
from a
work.
trio of performers. The metal, the breeze, and my mind.
Dear youth, your grave and mine stand in the same sunlight. That's a memento mori for you. Our Francisco. Return to the gods to attain infinite laziness, to become an unidentifiable saint. Memento what? Mori. I don't know. It's a dead language. Have you mori'd your memento today, kids? Jacobo. Jacobo, who never bathed. and told the same jokes over and over again. Clearly, he was a dad. Laura, a wonderful athlete. Victim of walking amnesia. Forgot who she was. Forgot how to breathe. Oh, dear. Ursan, let's pull up this one, who spent his youth sleeping, woke up as an old man, lived a few years and died. He did not regret anything. I didn't know I was in this game. For Maik, our beloved child, for all the children taken by the red cough. Ooh, there was some sort of great illness.
This flower was broadcasting music.
We, the people of the valley, found this unknown body among us. We performed our rites and buried it. We don't know their name or their story, but we wish them peace. There is the bowl sound. Potentially.
They're keeping the memory of the dead alive in a way I've never seen before.
Her humming. Yeah. I'm just going to have to go back and see, because I think I will have to activate it. Kochi's Tour. Day 0. I'm going to have to activate it at each of these. And I think there's supposed to be 3. But I like the Tomb to the Unknown Person saying we did our rights, you know, we did what we do to honor the dead, and hope this person has peace in the next life. Like, that's a just really simple but beautiful thing, you know. And there is, after all, the corporal work of mercy of burying the dead. Resolve to remember Tiang Valley. Resolve to remember our gods. The flood will take our homes as time takes the body. The past remains untouched.
I can still walk through the streets of my village. Now it takes effort to remember. Forgetting is easy. It's like gravity.
I want to take a picture of this purple bell.
This tower has a large bell attached to it.
And a rope. It looks like we can pull it. Yeah, we're going to ring the bell. It was made of the same purple crystal, I think.
I remember seeing the ocean for the first time, and something about the light, the water, the voices of other people. The boundary between myself and the rest of the world felt very thin. It was beautiful. A way to remember your loved ones?
This memory crystal seems to be a dangerous thing to allow people to have control over. So it does feel like eternal sunshine of a spotless mind. Let's sketch. Very nice.
I knew my brain was doing something special. I thought I'd wake up with an idea for a new shape or color. Everybody would love my new shape or color. But instead, my brain gave me a dream which made people afraid, which is making you leave.
White lad. Hey, young Blake. Vintage season, which is time traveling tourists visit famous disasters in history. Are you afraid?
The dream scared me, but also made me glad to be alive. I am happy to keep living. I don't mind. The elder said it means this season is ending soon. I want to tell you the dream now. Let's shut our eyes and lay on the roof. We are already on the roof. That's good. I'll speak the dream out loud and you imagine it. You can close your eyes now. I'll tell you when to open them.
We have a very odd friend.
I am in the forest. The sun is bright. My stomach rumbles. I'm hungry.
Shocker.
I look for something to eat. There are fruit trees lining the path. I look for one to pick, to eat. I climb up one of the trees and reach out to grab a shining red apple. I blink, and suddenly the apple is rotten. It looks like it's full of spiders.
Ugh.
I blink again,
glad
and now
that's
the
not
apple is
animated.
just a baby apple. Not ripe or rotten. I lose my balance and fall onto the ground. The apple changes colors. Some are eaten, some disappear. I hear a voice. Someone is there with me. I try to recognize who they are, but their face keeps changing. They're kind of everywhere. I tell them I'm hungry. I want what the earth is trying to give me. They say, these aren't apples. They're memories of every apple I've ever seen. There's something wrong with my eyes. And there's something wrong with the soil. They say I need to look into the sun to clear out my vision. They say we're going to look together, and that when we do, they'll melt away. They want to. Then behind them I see you, watching from the shadows. You've been taking notes on everything. This makes me feel better. I turn my head and I let the light in. I lose track of everything. When I get my senses back, I find myself holding a round, red fruit in my hand. I don't know what it is, but I take a bite, and it's the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. Then I woke up. You can open your eyes now. You probably have questions.
How does that tell us an apocalypse is coming?
It wasn't only my fault that the apples were acting funny. It seemed like the natural world, or whatever it's called, the land didn't know what time it was either. The soil had to forget a little.
Who's the person beside you?
The face of the ghost person in the dream? They were everyone and no one. It reminded me of someone I used to look for. My birth was not easy. I was bigger than most babies.
Really?
After I was born, the elder advised them not to have any more children. But years later, my parents tried. They told me I'd have a sibling, but we lost them a few weeks later. I felt like it was my fault. I should have been born last, if ever. I needed to see this missing person somewhere. So I searched faces for a face I'd never seen. I thought I had to carry them forever, but in the dream, they wanted to become part of everything. I had to let them go, which felt like a piece of me was dying. It hurts a lot, but it's a nice thing to do if you can. To let part of you become part of everything. Oh, I feel a bit winded now. I feel like everything is happening the way it should. But I still wish none of it would happen at all. I wish my dream didn't mean anything. I wish we had wasted more time together.
Nothing is wasted.
I know. Thank you for reminding me. We'll go down this roof together, and you'll keep going down and down, down into the heart of the world. Thank you for listening to my dream.
Huh. Has a similar art style to upcoming game. Something not familiar with it, but I'd be interested, especially if it's like Hi-Fi Rush. So that gives us a little bit of... I hope there are more dreams to explain what has happened, but we'll see. So it looks like we have about a quarter of the area left to explore. So we can go talk to Matoria. Oh, the numbers are people. Oh, interesting. So we will be doing that in the next episode of this. Fury Haven are games with similar cel-shaded animated designs. Okay, I'll have to look into that. So thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. There's been another episode of Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. It's been good to be with y'all today. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Join us again tomorrow for midweek Minecraft. Forget what we're going to be... I guess we're going to be starting in on the... well, we need to finish the marketplace, and then we'll be starting in on the Opera House. Hey, good to see you too, Kanan Swift. You take care. Get some sleep, because I know it's pretty late there. Thursday we'll be playing more Wing Commander, and then next Monday more Kingdom Hearts 2, and then Tuesday we'll be returning to more Season and finishing up the Valley, I think. So yes, thank you to everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed, given bits, all that good jazz. Checked out the YouTube, checked out the Discord, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and let's see who's live that we can raid into. Gonna send you on over to Katie Fu 32. She's a friend of the channel. She's just getting started. Looks like she's gonna be playing Persona 5 Royal for the first time. I don't really know a lot about the Persona series, but Katie's a cool person. So raid call is gonna be Father Raid as usual. Spam the meat more if you've got it. And yeah, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care and God bless.